Want to be successful on LinkedIn in 2026? Then you need to understand LinkedIn's new engine, the 360 Brew. This is a whole new way for LinkedIn to decide who to distribute our content to, who to send to our profiles, and generally how visible we'll be. By understanding 360 Brew, you will be able to use it ahead of your competition to make sure that you are able to get the results you are looking for. The first thing to understand about the 360 Brew shift from signals to substance is that it moves LinkedIn from gaming to understanding. It's now using AI, and you can't outsmart it with things like engagement pods or a certain number of hashtags or dwell time or any of the other things that we've all been using for such a long time to get more visibility. How it works now is that it's based around not what our content says, but what it means. So it's not looking at metrics, it's understanding what we're trying to say and why it matters. That way it can then send your content to the right people. It's also going to, as time goes on, become more and more obvious that our profiles are part of this process. So whereas now the content that we put up on LinkedIn tends to stand alone, with the new system, it will also involve our profiles. So does your profile match what you're saying in your article or in your post? Is the theme the same? Are you in the same lane talking about your area of expertise? Are you just posting content all over the place about all kinds of things? This now matters because the old tricks no longer work, and LinkedIn is rewarding content that adds genuine professional value, not posts that simply hold attention. We need to be very clear across our profile and across our content about our message. We need to make sure that we lead with insights and make our profiles and our content align, because AI will read them together. We need to make sure too that we are engaging with intention. Now, you'll know that 2025 has been the year where content has been sidelined for engagement in terms of the key strategy on LinkedIn, but not just any kind of engagement. And so now, under the new 360 Brew, every like, every comment, and every share trains LinkedIn to understand who you are and whether you are doing so professionally. We need to be thoughtful and not random. Another really interesting part of 360 Brew is the emergence of micro communities, which now really matter. So if you've got a group of people around you, or for example, you have a Linkability members community as I do, then working with those and the people in those communities is going to pay dividends. That's how you'll get visibility. That's how you'll get collaboration and people working together. Those small groups that are well aligned are going to make the difference. The final thing that's going to be important for us all in 2026 is to remember that we are leaders and not broadcasters. No longer can we just put out content and expect to be visible. That is no longer the case and hasn't been for some time. This is going to continue into 2026. And so we need to make sure that we are being professional and that we make sure that we are inviting discussion and sharing useful ideas and real relevant experience. The game has changed on LinkedIn, and we need to change with it. You can check out my other videos here on YouTube about 360 Brew, or hop over to my profile where I've got a lot more about them too.